Hello crafty friends, welcome to another coloured paper scraps video. Today I've pulled out all my greenish scraps and my blue and purplish scraps, and I'm going to die cut some leaves and foliage from the greens and some florals from the blues and purples. But before I do that, I'm going to treat the papers to give them a bit of variation in colour and visual texture. Once I've added my visual texture, I'm going to use this die to die cut lots of bits of foliage from the green. So I'm going to cut these down so they're around about the right size. Just to make them easier to work on, I'm going to tape these together with repositionable tape on the back, and now I can do what I need to do. Put some pine needles, Distress Oxide, on my mat. Turned it into a liquid using water. And now I'm going to pick it up with my smusher and smush it on. Some of these cardstocks are more absorbent than others. Now I'm going to give those a dry with my hairdryer. These are all dry now, and even though they're all quite different greens, because I've used the same ink on all of them, they have a harmony to them, I think. Now I'm going to do some die cutting. So there we go, nice big pile of foliage and little dots. And I've also got these left over, so they'll need to be stored carefully. And I'll use those on something at some point. Now for the flowers, I'm going to use these two multi-size flower dies. So I think I'm going to just stick with the violet colours for now. And I'll just do a quick experiment. So I've got some gold acrylic paint here and my brayer, and I'll just roll it up there to see if I can give it a little gold shimmer in an interesting texture. Not sure about that. Let's try a different piece. I'll give that a dry, and I'll die cut some flowers just to see what they look like individually. It's kind of a dirty gold, so it might not be the right colour. I'm not overly enamoured. I don't mind it, but I'm not sure that the acrylic's the right way to go. I'll try metallic watercolour instead of metallic acrylic. Mix that up, paint that on, and then take my brayer and see what that looks like. Seems a bit brighter, less dulling. Yeah, I think I prefer that. It's a subtle gold sheen with a little bit of visual texture, so we'll go with that. I'll do that to all of those purple pieces, and then I'll die cut my flowers. I might spatter on. I'll see how I feel in a minute. Right, I will do a bit of spattering as well, just to increase the visual texture. And once I've done that, I will dry them and I will die cut. And there we go, a lovely big pile of flowers. And I've got these two. Please excuse the crow. I don't know what's the matter with him this afternoon. I've got these as well, which I could use on cards too. Obviously, you don't need the same botanical dies that I have. Use whatever you have in your stash. These kinds of dies that cut out more than one thing at once are really helpful. And this is something you could do when you've got a bit of spare time and you just want to do a bit of crafting, but you're not sure what. It's a great way to beef up your stash of pre-cut elements. And you don't have to do botanicals either. You could do this kind of thing with any shape you like. So let's get these on some cards. First up, I've got a 4x6 inch card blank. I eventually want to put a panel on the front using this stitch rectangle die. So I've cut myself a bit of linen textured card that's slightly bigger. And now I'm just going to pick some leaves and branches, add some glue on the back with my glue dotter, and add these around the edge coming in. To create a frame, I'll leave the centre open, I think. I want to get a mixture of the different shapes, the different colours. I'll start off with some largish ones in the corner, and now I'll just fill in the gaps. So I think I'm getting to the point where I'm almost ready to die cut. And I'll put that on there and just have a little look at it. I think I just might need something else over here. Right, I'm happy with that for the moment. So I'm just going to press those down with some non-stick paper and then going to die cut there. That hasn't cut through completely because in some places there's several layers of card. So I'll just use my guillotine. So that's now ready to go on my card blank. I've used glue to do that just to help me wiggle it into place. You could give it a border, maybe a green border or a black border or a white border if you wanted that, but I'm quite happy with that as it is. I've got a pre-stamped and die cut sentiment that says thanks. I'm going to get that in the middle, and now I can add some flowers. I'll just shape them slightly with my finger, dip them into some glue, and then add them around and about. Get a mixture of the different sizes and colours and styles. I think maybe 3 little clusters would look quite nice. Now I'm going to give them flower centres with pale gold Nouveau drops. And now I'm going to add a few little dots of matte gel medium where I think I need a bit more green, and I can add some of these little dots that die cut out. And I think that will do for this card. Really pleased with that. I love the energy that it's got. I think the colours work nicely together. Right, I'm going to toddle off and make a few more cards with the bits that I've die cut out. Once I'm done, I'll come back and show you how they turned out. I'm back and I have 4 more cards for you. With this one, I worked straight on the card blank. I didn't use a panel. And I added my foliage coming in from the side. So it occupies about 1/3 of the card, leaving 2/3 empty. I placed my sentiment here in the middle, about 1/3 of the way down. And then I added a cascade of the different types of flowers, filled in some gaps with the green, and added my flower centres. Again, with this one, I worked straight on the card, and I put my foliage along the bottom as if they're plants growing upwards. Added flowers, flower centres, dots above everything so it looks like there's maybe pollen or something drifting off. And then I put my sentiment here. It's in the middle horizontally, but not quite halfway down. I think it just worked better there with the arrangement of flowers. And I did make sure to put a dot above that so that the sentiment is kind of encompassed in the design. There is some white space up there, so you could call this clean and simple, I think. For this card, again, I worked straight on the card blank. I put the sentiment in the middle, and then I added some foliage and flowers coming in from the bottom left and down from the bottom right. So we've got a diagonal design going on. And again, dots to bring in a bit of energy and movement. And this is the final card. This time I put all my botanicals in the middle to create a bunch of foliage and flowers. I started with the largest pieces and put those in the background, and then as I moved forwards I worked down in size, and that just creates some nice layering. I tried to distribute the different greens fairly evenly. I added the flowers, flower centres, a few dots to balance the design, and then I put the sentiment down here onto some foam tape so it looks like everything's growing out of the sentiment. So those are the 5 cards. Really happy with the way they turned out. I'm so glad I got to use all those scraps of paper. I used all the leaves on these, but I did have some flowers left over, so they've gone in there. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's given you some ideas, and I hope to see you back here for my next video, which will also be about using your coloured paper scraps. Right, thanks for watching. Bye for now.